Yeah, I get it.
So this is us up to session 52 of this game. Only a few deaths up until now. And a whole bunch of original characters. I think most of the characters were actually there at the start.
They were. Every single, with the exception of Ross, I think,
And
Emrys. Everybody else has been here from the start. Did Grace change characters? No?
Same character.
Okay.
She's always been the goddess.
Yeah, just lost a bodyguard dude.
That's right.
Okay, so at the table today we have Richard, who will then explain who his character is and how it's missing its best friend.
Yes, so I play Avery Tossbubble, a halfling summoner. Now he's a cheerful chap. He loves to think that he's a budding bard, when really he's not really. He annoys most of the party just through his cheerfulness, but he does come in handy with his eidolon, whose name's Terry. Now, unfortunately, Terry's not with him at the moment because the place that they're exploring doesn't like entities from other realms. So Avery's on his own, which is a new experience for Avery, and so he's trying to work out which way he should go. Be the bard, or be a bit more like his granddaddy, more like the sorcerer.
Yes, but he might have to do more of the pick-up lines if he's like his dad.
Well, that's it. Well, he's got Miaro, who's also not there because she can't get to there, but she's going to help him.
With the pick-up lines?
With the pick-up lines, yes.
No, go for sorcerer, so then you could go to sorcerer extreme.
Well, sorcerer extreme would be interesting.
So there we go. That's where Avery is from. Over to the web.
Then online, first up we have Annie.
So I'm playing Bugdarash, or Bug for short, who's a changeling witch. She has a familiar called Splat, who's a demon armadillo, but similarly to Terry, he's currently unavailable. So we'll just have to weld our nightmares by ourselves.
Well, without him, he's pretty much your character's worst nightmare. So used to having him there.
Yes. Here in memory.
And Avery can always fill the nightmare spot with his wonderful singing.
It's a different kind of nightmare. The psychological kind.
Your father was it Catacophonics or whatever? He's from
Cacophonics.
Catacophonics, yeah.
No, my dad doesn't like me. It's because my dad thinks that I'm too much like my granddad.
Cacophonics, actually. Cacophonics.
Yeah.
Actually, cacophony.
So that brings us to the next one up. Jeremy.
Yeah, good evening. Yes, I'm playing Nashru, an elven rogue adopted son of the caravan owner that we're all travelling with at the present time, that we've been travelling with for some time, over the roof of the world and then down into Tian lands. And I think that you'll find that it's not so much that Splat and Terry couldn't come in here. It's not the place doesn't allow spirits. It's the fact that it doesn't necessarily let them go again.
Yeah.
True.
That is the main trick. So
it's one of the few times. Yeah. One of the few times when Nashru would have been moderately happy for Splat to accompany us.
Moderately happy.
Because then we might have been able to leave and he might have stayed behind.
Rude.
It's a problem when you're a demon, like a really high-level demon. You kind of get wind of these things.
Okay, so there's the zoom in of all the characters for everyone as well.
Yeah.
So next up is Ross.
Okay, I'm playing Xanis, the Goblin Monk, who's of the Order of the Unseen Thunder. Currently, I'm not disguised as a halfling. I am just disguised as a
You're so
kobold.
not a halfling.
Well,
No, he's purely
I'm
extinction.
not
He's a
I look like a
he's
goblin
goblin with
wearing
a
a kobold costume. So I'm now currently the proud owner of a new weapon called the Dancing Wasp, which I'm now playing around with, getting the handle of it. But I'm not going to summon the insect because I've got a sneaking suspicion it won't be able to leave because it's going to be a summoned entity. So I'll have to try that when we get outside.
And I'm sure that will work great in a Forest of Spirits. There'll be absolutely no repercussions for that one.
The spirits are around us.
Alright.
I've seen enough animators to know it's going to be perfectly fine.
Well, okay. Stick with the optimism, starting with that statement of when we get out.
Well, I do like that level of optimism. It does
Yeah,
say
absolutely.
that things are going to go well for him.
As I said, it was the sort of thing that Nashu would have been moderately happy if Splat was with us on the idea that he might have had to be left behind, but it was certainly tempered by the idea that, hang on, he might get stuck down with him.
I'm going by the Call of Cthulhu method, survival of the fastest.
Mm-hmm.
So Splat will survive and everyone else will wither.
That was always going to be the case, to be fair.
He's so fast he didn't even go in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so last session we had an interesting time where you went through what's considered a murder room because it was set up to murder you.
But didn't murder anybody.
Got close. The people. Who
It murdered a samurai and somebody who was healing.
So wait, did Mark actually die last session?
He came close.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, the
But he's
giant
still a boy.
What's a session without Mark's death?
Exactly.
Only
Well,
because
he was about to become giant toe jam.
the murder room was only an issue for those who decided to stop and look at the scenery.
That was true.
Or
And Nashu, he went straight through, it was no problem.
well, basically, it was people who couldn't sneak or didn't have the ability to be seen.
Well, you also had the people carrying the light torch through the room. I am the light source. Don't mind me.
That's right, because Harori can't actually see in the dark.
No.
That's right.
And you've got a couple of people with dark vision.
Yeah, I can cast dark vision that lasts for an hour.
And I think we had Iomi cast dark vision last session, so it was Mark was the only one with the light source. So he walked everywhere with the light source, and everyone was shooting at him. And then Iomi came into the room without hiding, and they started shooting at her.
Okay.
So everyone was getting shot at, and then the bad guys were breaking their own bows.
It's lucky they had a rack of spares beside them.
The bows weren't particularly great quality, which is why they snapped every time they rolled a one. Well, critical fail. Okay, is that something we need to worry about? I'm sure I have Facebook here somewhere. Oh, it's just Ariad that sometimes asks me for help. No, that's someone else. It's amusing when you have to tell other people, by the way, I'm actually running a game right now. Because I'm sure they'd rather me actually run a game when they're in it instead of tell other people, Yeah, look, no, you're more important right now. So, you wanted to, yeah, you.
So yeah, so Nashru's going to
So
effectively look down into the area where the giants were. So,
So
but as I say, he's again stealthing.
so there were a bunch of giants, were there? Were they in the murder
Two
room?
giants.
There were two giants just past the murder room.
Okay. Were they having a nap?
I know they were swinging.
They're having a permanent nap.
Okay.
Yeah, they tried to. They were throwing rocks at Harori when he finally got through the murder room.
One threw rocks at the other.
No, hit the other with a club.
Oh, club! I thought it was a rock.
He actually did bounce a rock off the wall behind Harori and hit the other one. So it was amusing that he managed to do that. So if you can see on the map up there, Richard, they where there's those angled areas, there's stairs going down, and the giants are in the lower level. And so where you see the line between the two black bits, because they're basically pillars, and that's full light casting from the pillars.
Okay, right.
They were basically standing there, and Horary was at upper chest head level, so perfect swinging room.
Okay, right. So they're downstairs.
They're downstairs.
Okay.
And they've got some rocks that I'm sure Splat would love, except they're bigger than Splat.
Well, sometimes Splat's bigger than Splat too.
I was going to say that Splat doesn't necessarily need to stay an armadillo.
Well, in your dreams, he's the biggest thing ever.
Not mine. I haven't had a dream yet.
You haven't had a dream yet?
No.
You need a dream.
I don't have dreams about Splat.
I feel like you're owed one after rubbing out all those penises.
I just refuse to take anything from an armadillo.
What about a cat?
No, not a
What
cat.
about a raven?
Raven? I didn't like the raven.
Well, what about if he gives it to Terry to give to you?
Terry is the one that'll have the nightmares.
Yeah, what does Terry think of Splat, actually? Have they ever had any sort of interaction?
Not really. Terry's more friends with Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them like Bruce. Bruce is the intermediary.
Yeah. Bruce is a friend to all.
Is Bruce the horse?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Bruce is defender all except Harori.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes me because he stares at me all the time.
No, that's actually Splat.
That'd make sense.
No.
That's Splat looking at you through Bruce.
Okay.
So we're heading where?
Okay, so you just They just finished the combat when you guys rock up.
Took your time.
Oh, look at all these dead people again.
And there looks like that there's probably about 50 to 100 bodies in pieces in that room.
Wow, you guys did do a number on a few people.
And the only places you can walk are all trapped.
Wow.
Everything else is difficult terrain because of the pile of bodies. They left a few areas clear of body parts, and they were all trapped.
Unbelievable. You would have to do that, wouldn't you?
And that is what represents those X areas.
You may notice when you're going through that a lot of the bodies were a lot older than a few minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
And none of the bodies in the room were less than a day or two old. So they were all killed by other people.
Okay, right.
And there's no scorch marks on them, so it wasn't the samurai either.
But the giants have lots of scorch marks. He did manage to annihilate them in a couple of rounds.
Oh, I thought you play with them for a while.
No, he couldn't afford getting hit by them. So I think he got hit by one of them and he lost nearly half his hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he got hit twice.
And that was slow roll too.
Well, I was rolling in front of in the camera, so they got to see the actual dice rolls.
Yep.
And I was rolling a lot of 1s and 2s.
Ooh.
1d 10s and 12s. And it almost squished him. So I got close. Okay, so just below the balcony, which on the map, which you can see the little mouse, down here,
Yep.
are piles of rocks. So I think I can even pin that spot. Yes, I can. So a pile of rock there and a pile of rock there.
Good size throwing rock for giants, huh?
Yep. So bigger, about medium-sized rocks.
Mm-hmm. Somewhat bigger than the type that Splat gives away.
Yep. He sort of has less than I'd probably say half the size of a tiny creature is the ones that Splat gives away.
Yep.
Pebbles.
Yep. Pebbles with symbols.
But can we see anything else in there, in that space?
Okay, you are going to go and investigate.
Yeah, so not going down the stairs yet, just having a look over the balcony.
Do you still have any of your invisibility potions, or did you have it as a spell or something like that?
Well,
What was that?
attacked, I believe.
Sorry?
Your invisibility. You had potions, but did you
No.
have a spell?
Nasru's not invisible. He's just highly stealthed.
Okay, Ninja.
In the sense that having just rolled it, his stealth is 39. No, sorry, 42. 41.
So, does the changeling have dark vision?
Yes, I do.
You do have dark vision. Okay.
Yeah.
And Ross, you have dark vision as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a goblin, so yeah.
So you're the only one without dark vision, so you cast your spell.
I'll have to cast my spell.
Which
Well, you don't have to. You could carry a light.
I could walk around with some dancing lights.
You can walk around with, I'm the target.
Yeah.
Problem is, the dancing lights all have to be within 10 feet of each other.
Yes, and they all spin around you.
Yeah. Oh, no, they don't have to spin around. They basically are within 10 feet of each other, so you can do a line of them.
Yeah.
It just means you got a really long line, and it'll be very hard to show on the map.
Yeah, that's true.
So there'll be a conga of dancing lights.
Dancing lights, or do I want to cast my spell for dark vision? Let's cast my spell for dark vision.
I'd go for dark vision.
Yeah.
Because that makes it easier then, because Martin doesn't need to put shadows on the map, because everyone can see everything,
Yep.
even in black and white.
Yep. Done. Dark vision is on.
Besides, black and white is actually probably a better way to look at most of this place by the seams of it. At least you're not seeing the blood as much.
Yep.
That is true. Okay, so the assumption here is that you're all seeing with dark vision until I say your spell runs out. And you've got refreshes?
I've got another 3 refreshes in level 2, so I can be walking around for 4 hours.
That's good. And can you cast it at a higher level, which would give you longer time?
No, I haven't heightened it.
No, but doesn't Pathfinder allow you just to cast things using a high slot?
You can, but I was just asking because for some of them, if you heighten it, you might get a better duration.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was just asking because otherwise, as a spontaneous caster, he has to learn it at that level or have it as one of his special spells.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he doesn't get any benefit for heightening it, for putting it in a higher spell slot.
So
No.
I would need to learn heightened 3. And it's actually... No, there is no
Right.
additional duration.
It just
And yeah, dark vision wouldn't be one that's worth doing that.
Yeah, it says like heightened 3, spells ranges touching it targets one living creature, so that's somebody else. You give it to somebody else, and the 5th one. Oh no, it's the fifth level. So I'd have to take it twice in order for me to get to the longer duration.
or just relearn it at that level.
Okay, that's a 5th level.
When you can cast 5th level spells.
You should be able to do that now. 5th level.
I don't know what the sorcerer's spell progression is, or summoner's spell progression.
I didn't think I was going to be walking around a completely pitch black dungeon. Since we were walking through forests and
I must say, I wouldn't think it's necessarily worth
the
Avery learning at a 5th level one of his limited spells options when he could carry a torch.
Or I can cast dancing lights. That's
Exactly. And it's certainly not like he's the only person in the party normally that doesn't have dark vision.
No.
Well, he is in tonight's party.
I am.
That's right, he is tonight, so it's worth casting. But generally speaking, it's probably not worth casting.
Okay, so you're having a look, and you can see that this room has 2 doors you can see easily. I'm trying to see if there are some that you can't see easily, depending on. It's got 2 pages. Well, actually, it's 4 pages in is the map
Right.
for the level. Yeah, there are only 2 ones you can see, but they're nice.
Okay.
But the pillars are all working well this time.
Yep.
When I was actually doing the map during the last session, the pillars kept saying, "Oh, they can see me. Am I visible?" And because I was trying to get rid of pop-ups, I kept clicking the wrong thing, so the pillars would disappear off the map. It's like, no, pop-up.
So in fact, yes. So the light effects now are just the fact that yes, they're areas hidden by pillars as opposed to necessarily being in shadow.
It's a line of sight thing.
Yep.
And the line of sight is basically for the party, not for the individual.
Yeah.
Whereas,
All good.
There were versions of this that, when pushed out, gave player-specific visibility. But
Wow.
that was more problematic and required a lot more computation.
Yep.
And you could imagine how much it would screw you over. It's like, someone says there's something over there. I can't see it. Okay, so you have a choice of north or south. After looking at and seeing that the bodies have nothing specific on them.
Okay.
They just have big wooden clubs that don't look like they have any real value.
Especially not to someone that can't really pick them up.
There's that. They would be a very good burning source.
So we've already got one of them.
Yeah,
although we took it back to the stairs. Well, if no one's got particular concerns, Nashru will look at the door to the top. I'm assuming north.
The north door.
It's on the left-hand side. The left is always right.
The left is always right, I'm sure.
Go left. Hey, Martin, have you always had that little dice arena that says Martin on the side? Have I just never noticed before?
Of course, I've had that for years. No, I got that about 2 weeks ago from one of my players as a gift.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I was like,
yeah,
how
you're just very
that?
observant.
Yeah. I was like, how did I miss that?
And no, you didn't fail your perception check.
Okay. Very good.
So the other one I have been using is that one,
Yeah.
which I use for my D&D game at the moment. And I use it for my secret roll. So every time I'm doing a secret roll, it's off to the side where players can't actually see what the roll is. So now I've got to draw in a little bit of a map for people so you can actually see where you're going, which is amazing with this tool how quickly I can do it.
Okay. Obviously, yes, the intent would have been going up to the door, having a listen, see if I can hear anything, check for traps, see if it was unlocked, etc.
Give me a sec. That's what I wanted. Yep, snap to grid. So apparently your light casting was going a little crazy.
I just had to check back on the Batman logo tattoo that I did to make sure it didn't look like a dick in a butt.
And did it?
No, it doesn't. It's okay. I think it's like the newer logo.
Well, you got to remember also that one of the aspects that allows that image to have a reverse is that it's enclosed within a box.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
So,
Okay, so you're currently down as invisible, so I'll fix that.
completely invisible to.
And so you can see that there's a door there.
Uh-huh.
Of course, the door's actually currently shut, but I've decided not to put any block over it.
That's right. Then again, I will. So it's basically The room's only like 10 by 20 or whatever the squares are.
Yeah. This
Assuming
one is
5 foot
5
squares.
feet. They
Yeah.
are 5-foot squares, even though on the map they are 10-foot squares.
Oh, well, whatever. So it's there's nothing in the room, though, other than a door at the other side.
So basically, that's the awesome size map I have to go by.
Yeah, okay.
How much more information do you need?
Which this map itself has 3 levels to it, not counting the extra levels in the adventure.
Okay. So, but yeah, so nothing in the room other than a door at the other end?
There is a door at the other end. It is a small. It is does have the footprints of the giants.
Okay.
And
Did it look like there were footprints going the other way at all? Like into the, like going down to the southern door?
They looked like they had one set going that way and one set this way, and it looked like there was a bell in here that got pulled.
Right. Well, I'll go and listen at the other door and see if it's tapped and unlock it if necessary.
I'll follow. I'm following Nashru.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Him or?
He's the one listening at the door, unless you
Okay.
want to listen at the door.
No, I'll step back and.
Sorry, I thought you were saying heading the perception check to follow
So
Nashru.
I'll be. So if Nashru's over there, I'm at the other door.
You want to go south or?
No. I'll go. I'll be behind at the previous door that he was at, and just watching.
So 26 on perception.
Okay, so you're doing well.
Well, that was rolling a 6.
Well, did you want to have a reroll?
No, I'm pretty okay.
Well, actually, we don't have any, so.
I didn't think we had any tonight.
Yeah, no one was available before 7:30.
Because what I can't hear can't hurt me.
And I'll just move everyone up there.
Yep, we're all following Avery.
Assuming no one's splitting the party.
No.
Nah.
So if the door was not trapped or not locked, or it's now unlocked, and we'll go through.
Okay, I'm just waiting on the on the.
Oh,
notes
sorry,
for
yep.
you to catch up, but it has one of those things of it decides that every time I move someone, it has to do computation.
I was going to say, you could just turn the shadow effect off, and we'll just say, okay, that's behind a pillar.
I will do that for everyone but one person, which will simplify things. Okay.
Like I say, just on the idea that if it's going to speed up the program's happier.
But it also gives it an interesting thing when you can actually show.
It certainly it looks good, absolutely. So
it's all going to be on Nashru's light source now.
okay.
So if you can't see it, they can't see it. So that'll be the difference. And it's now moving a lot faster. Yes, that does help. Okay, so giving you an idea of what you can see.
I'm going to change seats.
Yeah.
Of course, it now makes it more of a game of memory because you've got to remember the pathway behind you.
That out, and then I'll do some shadow casting fix. That will give you some idea of what you can see. So there'll be an area where you won't actually have any view. And you can see while you're here, so this room as you're looking out at it, the broken bodies, some of them which seem to have died where they were tormented, line the walls of this long arced corridor amid carvings and figures of torture and anguish. And you can see to the north there is a ledge with a waterfall nearby.
Hmm?
That's the ledge that we're seeing.
Yeah. So yes, there is a lot of interesting things there. I'm not going to describe too much off the ledge right now because we'll get to that when you get there.
Well, I'll step out into the corridor if it makes it easier to, like, ideally, poke the head through the door and look both directions, but if it makes it easier to step out into the corridor for the purposes of lighting.
Okay, as you step out there, give me a wisdom saving throw. Will save is the case for this game.
Where am I? 18's not a bad start, hopefully. I make 36.
Book 5 and book 6, they should be on the spine. So what did you get?
Total of 36.
Total of 36. Okay, so yes, you have no problem sneaking out.
Okay.
And you can see that this is basically a trophy room.
Goody. So when you were saying bodies lining the walls, they're literally on the wall, like mounted type stuff.
Yep.
Right.
And when I said literally, they are literally that entire length down there.
Goody.
What kind of bodies? Like what kind of creatures?
They're all human-ish, humanoids.
And they all died happy.
Yeah.
And they all look like they were tortured to death.
So not so happy.
Well,
Depends on what
possibly.
makes you happy.
Possibly someone was happy.
I was going to say, if they're following my god, or my new god, they might have enjoyed it.
Who is your new god? God of BDSM? Oh,
She's, what's her name?
Callistra.
Callistra. She likes a bit of S&M.
Yeah, I think this went a bit far for that.
Okay.
It's a little hard to worship if they die.
Yeah, true.
And if you kill all your worshippers through that, then no one's going to come back.
Yeah, that is true.
So.
And you can see that. Okay, so as you come out there, I will get Zenis. Yes, Zenis can do the next save. Will save.
Oh, great.
I'm sure it's one of your best saves.
Yeah, right. I'm a goblin. That's 27.
Well,
That's
that's
a 27. Okay. So apparently you're doing well. So now it falls on Bug to do a will save.
all right. Excellent. 32.
32. Apparently you're good as well. And now we're off to the last person to see if they'll roll badly.
28.
Everyone seems to go well.
There's nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about here. Not like you're trying to be possessed or anything.
Because like that never happened.
So to the north of you, the corridor ends in a stone shelf perched above a large cavern. A shaky looking wooden ladder climbs down from the ledge to the floor of the cavern. The overwhelming roar of a waterfall to the east of the ledge echoes across the huge chamber.
Yeah, let's not go down the waterfall.
Presumably later. What about down to the effectively the bottom of the map, or the south of the map?
Yep. To the south of the map. South of the map, it ends in a door.
A door. Let's go to the door.
Or are we talking about effectively the length of the corridor is the length of the room we just came from?
Yep.
Okay. Well, yes, I'll go and check the door and make certain it leads into probably another smaller room beside it and leads into the other door that we couldn't see, we didn't look in last time. Is that what we're looking at?
So that's what you're looking at when it pops in. There you go.
Yeah, okay, so... Yes. But again, nothing in the small room?
Nothing in the small room there. It seemed to be like the other one where it had a bell and looked like it'd been wrong and looked like it was a guard room for the giant.
Yep.
Okay. So, looks like we have one way.
So, how far down was it to this, the cavern, or how long is this rickety ladder?
So, the other guys will be up here. And I shall describe it before I actually draw it in. This strange, sorry. Yeah, okay. A strange hovel constructed from the sword and debris clutter the floor of this vast natural cavern. A large waterfall crashes into a pool along the north wall, while deep pits run through the southern portion of the cavern, bridged by two stone arches. So large is this chamber that a small stone keep has been constructed far in the gloom to the south. Freshly fallen rocks litter the floor of this cavern amid a profusion of animal droppings and fungi. And it is 60 feet down.
Okay.
That's at the bottom. So if we go down the ladder, that's what we see down the bottom.
Yeah, well, you can see that from where you are.
Okay, so there's a keep down there and a bunch of mushrooms.
Now, I'm guessing the description of the ladder was possibly not something that hill giants would have gone up and down?
No. But there are, well, you don't think the hill giants actually came down any further.
Oh, okay, right. So,
How sturdy does this ladder look? What's the thing that
I would put it down to goblin construction.
Goblin construction?
It reminds you
That
of
bad,
the
huh?
sturdice of goblin construction.
Wonderful.
So you have
Hey, I
so
could do
much
better.
faith in that.
Yeah, so we don't have a great deal of faith in its construction.
That is correct.
well, Nashu's
Have we got any
happy to lead and we can test the ladder. Unless, of course, our small monk wishes to be the first test.
Yeah, I think.
And our small bard.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe have we got any rope?
Sure, we got rope.
So is the ladder actually damaged as such, or?
No, it's just poorly made.
It's rickety.
Can we see any evidence of the hobgoblins going up and down the ladder?
There are signs that it has been used.
And it definitely probably wouldn't be able to support Harori's weight.
Well, I don't know. If the hobgoblins are able to go up and down it,
Yeah.
they were wearing armour.
So does the goblin want to give it a go?
Or do you want Nashu to lead?
I could do it. I've got no problems with that.
Okay.
We'll go in order of weight. So
Well,
Well,
let's just go
halfway's
together.
last then.
We'll all just go together at 60 feet.
yeah, sure, exactly. What could happen if we're all together at one time?
Yes, what's the worst that can happen? I'm sure I wouldn't do anything bad to you. So, who's going to make the first fall to their death roll?
Well, I don't need to fall to my death. Because I'm not going to fall to my death.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm positive about that.
Well, it's only 60 foot. That's what, 10d6 damage. Probably won't kill you anyway.
No, I take half damage from
There you
falling.
go, you see?
Because I'm bouncy.
Well, Nashu's pretty confident because it only counts to 10-foot fall for him at most.
Right. Bug's gonna cast subconscious suggestion to make your breaker fall anyway.
So what's the worst that can happen?
Okay, so
the entire area catch up in flames.
It's already happened. What's the likelihood of it happening twice?
especially with the waterfall next door.
That's actually petrol.
That sounds like a great idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, particularly since Rory's not here right now, so we're probably okay. And we haven't got any light sources. Okay, so our goblin friend is trying first.
Yes, the unbreakable bouncy goblin, who's very
Okay.
sneaky,
You,
but not
so
as sneaky as the elf.
So are you going down the ladder, or are you just jumping off the edge?
I'm going to go down the ladder. What's that stupid? If I was a leechy or whatever, I would.
Is there any good place to tie off a rope?
Yep. Another character.
Really? That's it?
Or
Okay.
one of the bodies
I
hanging
was
down
gonna
the
say,
hallway.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking maybe one of the spikes that have been impaled through a person in the wall.
That would work well. I'm sure no one would see any problem with that.
Martin,
Yeah.
whereabouts is the ladder along the wall, that edge? Is it close to the corridor, or is it close to the waterfall? Or in the middle?
I will put a symbol there for you.
Yeah. While I'm going down, I also assess the construction and assess on how sturdy it is. If the heavier party members would be able to go down it or not. Because I am a master crafter.
Yeah, so you want to spend 4 days working on a ladder to start with?
No, I've got quick repair as well, which will make it a lot quicker.
I love how the basic time frame to build anything is 4 days. No matter what you're building, it's 4 days.
I'll build the Death Star.
4 days.
So you start with 4 days, and then you add, as long as you it says a time based on half of what's left to build.
Yeah, that's why the Emperor was able to have all of those Star Destroyers with Death Star cannons on them.
Well, it also makes Conlon Fudo look pretty good. Couple of days!
Okay, so let's see how that pops through. Well, it didn't come through that clearly, but I will zoom in and say you've got a little silver thing there for a ladder.
Yeah, okay, I see it.
Why does it look like it's made out of bones?
Because the ladder looks like it's made out of bones. I didn't say what they made the ladder out of. It looks rickety for a reason. And every now and then the rung looks like it's had extra teeth marks since it's been there.
The rats have enjoyed it.
Oh no, the people climbing up and down.
Okay.
I was going to say the hobgoblins got hungry on the way.
They could always stop off for a bite to eat.
The bones weren't quite so clean when the ladder was first made.
Well, I'm sure it was a lot more fleshy. But they got better.
Start singing dem bones, dry bones, dry bones.
Nashu's not standing next to Terry, to Avery, sorry. Okay. Does Xanax have any difficulty getting down the ladder?
Give me a athletics roll.
Athletics. That is a 20.
Okay. And what was your armor class again?
29.
Okay. So about halfway down, you take...
I also don't get any penalties using shoddy items because I've got junk tinker, if that helps.
an arrow embeds itself in your leg.
And it's not a particularly shoddy arrow.
And it is a shoddy arrow, but for you it's a fantastic one because you make things better. As you just informed me. So you take 10 points of damage from the arrow embedded in your leg.
Ouch.
Can we see where the arrow came from?
From below.
Yes.
Can we see what's
And you will see in a moment because I'm just putting our Xenos there with the and now I can add in some nice little villains for you to play with.
How high up am I?
About halfway.
You're about 30 feet up at the moment. 60 foot up.
30 feet, so take half from 15. How much damage is 15 feet?
Not much.
I don't suppose you've got the catfall skill feat, have you?
No, I've got the flying feet instead.
Okay.
But I don't want to do that.
No, that's right. Just catfall just means that you're taking less damage from the fall. So.
I think that's almost enough in that room.
Holy shit!
They're packed in like hobgoblin sardines. Oh look, one stepped out. They're going for more.
Oh no, one popped up. There we go.
Well, one rolled over and the other fell out.
There's a whole heap down here, guys.
You can talk to them, can't you? Say we're friends.
Friends, not food.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hobgoblins probably think food's fairly friendly.
Yeah, but do hobgoblins actually like eating goblin?
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah. Because we're lower on the food chain.
Okay, so I'm just about to get everyone's initiative. I think I got you into initiative.
I'm wasting all my good rolls for the night.
Okay, so what did Xenos get for his initiative?
Oops, I threw that anyway.
It might have been a nice roll too, but it's on the ground.
Yep.
I got a 32.
32 for Xenos.
Because I'm using perception, not stealth.
I tried to give you way too much because and what did Avery get? 28. Catch up, you can do it. And what did Bug get?
24.
24. And what amazing roll did Nashru get?
39.
Was it your natural 20 for the night?
No, that was a 17, but it was so far I've had a 17, 18, and a 19 on my rolls.
Okay, so I'm gonna have everyone.
Except for the 6 for the perception to see if there's anything on the other side of the door.
And I'm gonna have everyone positioned above the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As I said, remember Nashru is not next to Avery because he left the space from the singing thing.
And so, Nashru, you're at the top of the ladder. You can see there's a bunch of hobgoblins coming through the doorway. And the one that shot at you, hit our glorious friend, was basically...
Okay. Well, I'll return fire at the closest one. Where are we? Short bow has range increment of 60 feet, so I'm guessing it's probably one range increment.
Yep.
Which is a -2. Okay. So that makes 15, 34.
34 would be a critical hit.
Ooh, okay. I'm just thinking, I'm assuming they count as flat-footed to me because I haven't acted yet, but...
These ones are flat-footed. The only one who's not flat-footed is the one who attacked.
But just to remember, does Pathfinder 2 allow sneak attack from any range or just from 30 feet type stuff. Well, I'll roll it without sneak attack and we'll see what we're looking at. For critical, we're going to be doing D6, D10. 9 points of damage. So, and because my natural inclination is that there must be a limit on sneak attacking, but I'm not certain that they do it in this.
It's normally first attack in the round. If you hit them before they move, you get sneak attack.
But there's no range like in D&D and original. There was a 30-foot limit, but in this one here, it's if you strike a creature that's a flat-footed condition, then
you get
with that.
Well, they have to be flat-footed to you, so someone else flanking them, providing them flat-footed, doesn't provide it to you if you're not the person on the other side.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So that means they get an extra 2d6 damage, another 4 points of damage, and
so how much
he's now.
So that's 13.
Yep. And so he's now considered flat-footed until the end of my next turn.
Can you give him flat-footed? Yes, I can. He is now flat-footed.
So I guess I'll have another shot at him. That'll be 19. That'll be 14. AC 26.
26 is a hit, not a crit.
Okay. But he's still flat-footed.
He is. So did you double your damage last time?
No, I didn't. No, I just added the extra die for a short bow deadly. So I didn't actually double it. Oh, sorry.
So I'll have to add extra damage then.
Yeah. I was feeling like it seemed like minimal, like small damage for a critical, but I couldn't think what I was missing. So, plus 2, so that makes it 14 points of damage.
Okay. So that was 15, you said?
And I'm 14.
14, and are you going to have a third attack?
So he's about 30 foot down the ladder. What's the actual wall like?
The wall is fairly rough, but you could probably do your slow fall thing if you've got it.
Yeah, but that only gives me 50-foot type stuff. I'm just actually wondering whether it's going to be relatively easy to climb down. At least the initial part. So, I might actually.
Do a climb check, but it is not an easy thing to go down.
Okay. In that case, what I'll do is I will actually. No, I'll go. I won't trust the ladder. I won't trust multiple people on the ladder. We'll make him 4. I'm going to do a climb down about 10 feet of the wall, and then aim to jump from there. Basically, allowing myself to jump about 50, like 4 or 50 feet or so.
I think you can fall as a free action, because this will be your third action to climb down 10 feet.
Yep.
Give me a climb roll.
That time the dice failed me. Where are we? That's athletic, isn't it? 19.
You climb down about 5 feet, then slip.
Okay.
So
I will preferably aim to catch myself before falling, but if I do fall, well, I fall.
Give me a reflex roll.
It's looking better. 15 plus 3, 35.
You catch the ladder and hear it start to buckle under your weight.
I'll let go of the ladder. I'm not trying to actually. I wasn't able to catch the ladder. I was actually aiming to be on the wall, like probably 5-10 feet away from the ladder. I wasn't actually aiming to be actually on the ladder at all. So.
In which case, there were no real handholds.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a fairly natural cliff, wasn't it?
It looks that way from above, but it's all painted on.
Okay, I guess I fall.
It was one of the traps.
Okay.
Okay, so which means you drop 55 feet. So
Okay.
that half of that is damage. So that makes 22 damage.
But I creep falls, that's 50 foot less.
So you fall 5 feet, which means you take half of that is damage, which means you take 2 damage.
Okay. Not quite a clan, but it got me down.
So we're going to the north of the ladder.
Yeah, but so yeah, close between the waterfall and the ladder, I guess probably mean. Yep.
Okay. And that ends your turn. So that means we are. Why are we still on you? No. Okay. So Zenis, apparently you rolled well enough to have a go while on the ladder. Lucky you.
Cool.
Because there are 2 guys coming up right behind you who were pretty much going to start attacking you.
Behind me?
If you look down on the roster, it shows who's next.
Oh no! I thought you were saying
but...
no, I thought you meant the party members behind me were going to attack me.
Yeah. Glad we don't like you.
We were just waiting for an opportune moment to get rid of you.
Okay. Let's just blow this. Where are we? Okay, I'm going to use up Key Blast.
While on the ladder?
Yep. It's all right. I don't get any backblast from this thing. And I'm going to use all of it, so all 3. So that's 60 feet. Should be able to get enough of them in there.
So what is it, a cone?
It's a cone.
Okay, let's do game tools. A 60-foot cone. Okay, so like that.
Yep.
Okay, so it's asking me if I'm happy with it. Think. Come on. Template should have dropped. What happened? Let me try that again. Oh, no, the other one's there. There we go. So we've got the template down.
I thought there was more.
That's basically what you dropped.
Yeah.
It's probably, no. It's probably the fact that because my character's moved, it suddenly put some of them in darkness.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Ross, what's the rest of the spell do?
Okay, they've got need to make a fortitude save against 24.
Against a 24? Okay.
Yep.
And I'm assuming...
If they succeed, they take half damage. If they critically fail, they take double damage and push back 10 feet. Critical success, they don't get any affected. Failure, they just take full damage and push back 5 feet.
And what is the DC?
24.
24, and you said fortitude?
Yeah, fortitude save.
Okay, so first one there. He got a... On a 24, he got a 19, so he failed.
Standard damage, push back 5 feet.
So how much damage?
It takes 12d6 because it's my big spell.
Yeah, that's okay. I was hoping that I didn't have to do them as I go. Because otherwise it's going to be a lot harder to remember who failed and succeeded. You need me to roll the dice?
Yes, because I'm not going to... too late not for me to add up 12d6.
So 12d6?
Yeah.
Awful lot of ones in there.
Well.
Actually, there was only 2 ones, so... Mainly 2. 2 seems to be the most popular dice roll that came out in that lot. But it was a good spread. So he takes 40 damage.
And push back 5 feet. If you can.
He doesn't. Oh, I took him out.
No,
I kind of hope you
he moved
would.
back 5 feet.
Oh.
Ah.
Next one.
And now I'm waiting for it to catch up after that. Okay, so next one.
Natural 20.
He stands
We're
there.
past.
He doesn't, and nothing happens to him.
It's not half damage on passing.
No, he critically success. Creature is unaffected.
Okay, yeah, sorry, critical, yeah.
So he got a 30 upgraded.
Yeah, so he's unaffected.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. 24.
So he gets a 27.
That's a success.
That's a success. So he takes half damage.
So roll.
Damage of 20. Oh, it's done the damage now.
Okay, yep.
And I need to actually go for each person individually. Okay, so
Another
he
one.
succeeds. Do you want to see the ones that you can actually see? Okay,
That's the same. It's a
no,
24.
that is a failure. He just fails.
Okay.
You can see with the speed that we're going at right now that some things have actually missed. So he gets clipped at least. So he's in the area of effect. He takes 40. So they need to get a 14 to actually succeed. He gets half damage.
Yeah, he critically fails, I think.
No, that's still in the because they need a 14 to succeed. A 4 or lower is a
4 or
critical
lower, yeah,
success.
so it's just a
failure.
fail.
That's success. I got to add another 20 to the previous guy because it was an actual fail. That was a wrong thing that popped up. Because it's trying to be helpful. It thought I pushed a different button. Come on, I don't need you. Please catch up. There we go. Imagine trying to do this on a tabletop and keep track of everything. Okay, you can see that one. So he gets the roll. He takes full damage. He takes half damage. He takes full damage. And you can see this one over here who shot at you. He takes half damage. So there you go, Ross. You did manage to pile on a bunch of damage.
Yep, and I've pissed them all off.
Well, that's okay. They now have a reason not to shoot Jeremy. Jeremy will be happy.
Little have they realised the mistake that they have done. The murdering elf can go through them quite quickly.
Yes, but they don't know that.
And besides, I'm going to be out of their sight very quickly.
Okay, so.
So I successfully aggroed all of them.
Okay, that one he didn't get thrown back, and most of the ones that got thrown back couldn't go any further. Just making sure I throw back the correct ones. Because they only move back 5 feet, don't they?
Yeah. That's if they fail.
Yeah.
And
If they critically failed, they would have taken double damage and pushed back 10 feet.
No one critically failed except for the first one. Okay, so this one he shoots at you. Was that a 3-action thing?
Yeah, that was a 3-action.
Okay, so you're still hanging up on the wall there.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do my free action and let go because then they could charge me.
Okay, so first action of the round. He's hitting a 33.
Yeah, that's a hit.
What's your armor class?
29.
Okay, so at least you're not worrying about taking a critical hit.
Well, let's do all 20s.
Okay, so it is a 2d8 damage to you. So
This doesn't sound good.
let me see. I rolled 2d8s and an 8 and a 7. Okay, so that is 19 damage.
Yeah.
And he reloads his crossbow.
The crossbows. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck. Wasn't somebody wanting crossbows?
So his one action is bink.
Reload.
Yep, they'd all been loading their crossbows. Okay, next guy. The guy who shot at you before has his go.
Reload. Damage.
He had already loaded. Okay, so I'm sure that a 34 upgraded is a critical hit on you.
Might not be it might not be plus 10.
It's not a really
Already-
bad critical hit, but it is a critical hit. You don't use the cards on me.
Yep, that is correct. They have to actually get a 20 and critically hit without being upgraded.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So the natural 20 plus their attack roll has to be a critical hit in its own right to pull out a card.
So you would have had to get 39.
Okay,
So now it's just double damage.
It's just double damage. So that
Right.
is plus any extra effects he has for a critical strike, which he doesn't have, which you're lucky for.
Oh, good. So it doesn't have deadly or anything like that. That's good.
I was just looking. The other advantage for Nashfu is the fact that he's even harder to hit because he took those 2 points of damage, he automatically fell prone, which means he's got plus 4 AC against missile attacks.
Okay, so that was 30 points of damage from that shot,
Yeah.
and he is reloading. And then he ends his turn, and it becomes Avery's go.
Okay, so how far away? Like, obviously it's 60-foot drop. So how far away are they now?
They're about 30 feet across and 60 feet down.
So 90, roughly about 90.
Roughly about 90.
90 to 100 feet. That's okay. I'm casting black tentacles right in the middle of them.
Okay, and what is the area of the black tentacles?
20 feet.
It's a 20-foot radius or 20
Radius or 20 foot diameter?
It's a 20-foot diameter.
So 10 foot radius.
Sorry, it says 20-foot area burst adjacent to a flat surface.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be a 10 foot radius.
Yeah.
Although on the tool it might actually be burst, like say 20 foot. So
10 foot burst or 20 foot burst?
20 foot burst.
Great. They're going to think that came from me.
So let's just say you drop it there. But if that broadcasts properly, Elon, you can broadcast.
Yeah, if you drop it in the middle, you get, what was it? 8 of them.
Yep, that's what I want.
And that is an actual 20 burst.
Yep, that's look good. That's good. Excellent.
I thought you would like it if I actually showed it to you on the map.
Yep. So that's good. So they rise up out of the ground and attempt to grapple each creature in the area. Make spell attack rolls against the fortitude DC of each creature. Any creature you succeed against is grabbed and takes a 3d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, target number of 20. And I shall go through. We're doing the first one.
My spell attack.
And what it adds the grappled condition.
Yes, it says when a creature ends its turn in the area, the tentacles attempt to grab, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's grappled.
How long does that stay up?
A minute. So basically, what?
The length
6
of the
rounds.
combat.
Okay, first one. Natural 20.
Okay, so that means it's a What's it?
I
What-
don't think
What's
it really
when you
matters.
add it to the thing? What does it do?
It's
What's your
takes-
attack roll?
So my attack roll that would have been 38.
38. So that would have definitely been a enhanced critical if you do damage.
Yeah, 3d6.
So then it would be because it's a bludgeoning damage, I
Yep.
believe. So, but it's a spell attack. So let's see, critical hit deck. Removing these cards because they're not necessary. They're the rule cards. What special magical thing do you get on your critical hit? On the creature you can't see.
So are these tentacles from beyond the class to summon creatures?
It's not.
Okay, so
It's not summons.
look at you've done this amazing spell, and
Yep.
guess what? The spell slot is not used.
Oh, winner! My level 5 spell is not used.
He gets to keep his level 5 spell.
Holy shit.
That's awesome. Okay, so
Means that you can cast it next turn if you really wanted to and make it double the...
No, it's going to last for quite a few rounds.
So now.
So it's
I
called
need to
returning
do
spell.
3d6. That.
So it was 3d6 and then double the damage because it's a critical hit. So
Okay.
look at it this way: if you roll 1 on every dice, you kill him.
I got much more than that. I got 5-9.
So
Wow.
18 would double it.
Yep.
Probably what's easier is just keep that roll and use it for the any more that get damage, they take 9 damage.
Yep.
Or critical for 18.
Okay, so the next guy, that's a 29.
29 means it's just 9 damage.
Yep. And grab. Next guy. Oh, he got a 1, so that's 19.
19
that's,
is a critical miss. So spell attack with a critical miss. No, it's just a normal miss because you take a miss and make it a critical miss.
Yeah.
But you don't. So what interesting thing would you like without a card popping up to do something to you?
To me,
Yeah.
He summons some flowers.
no. What'll happen is I'm concentrating so hard that my dark vision drops.
Okay. You've lost your dark vision.
Yep.
Next guy.
But isn't this the... you're not actually concentrating on these spells.
He rolled a natural 1,
I rolled
so...
a natural
But
one.
that was a natural one of that tentacle flailing to catch someone.
Yes, it was true.
Amongst many tentacles.
I did give him a spell back from the same thing.
Oh yeah, but that was the casting of the spell.
No, that was actually...
Oh, that was because he made a critical success on one of them.
Yeah,
okay.
so for instance, if he does another critical, some other weird effect's going to happen.
Yep.
Yep, okay.
So this one is probably not quite critical, but it's a 30. It's a 37.
37 is a critical hit. Because you got to get over 30 and it's critical.
Yep.
Well, actually 30 plus.
So that's 18.
damage.
Next guy.
He is grappled.
Next guy, it's a 32.
32 is another critical.
Next guy is a 28.
28 is a standard, but he's also grappled.
How many more have I got to roll?
Quite a few, actually. We'll keep you busy tonight.
Uh,
You'll get rolling cramp.
This is also a 37.
We're just going to do the other one first. Give me a catch up. And he's grappled. There's a good chance you'll get each and every one of these. Okay, so next one up
Was 37.
was 37. That was a critical.
Yep.
Status. There we go. Next one.
That's another one. Guess what that one is? That's another number 1.
It's another number 1.
Yep.
Okay, so what interesting effect would you like to have on yourself this time?
Okay. Let's see. What could happen now? So I've lost my dark vision. So because I'd lost my dark vision, I turned around and stumbled.
Stepped over the edge.
No. Didn't fall over the edge. I stumbled backwards, straight into the arms of a lovely corpse.
Okay, you've entangled yourself with a corpse.
Okay, next one. That one's a crit. That's a natural 20. That
Natural
one.
20. Okay, so let's see what interesting effect pops out with this spell attack. Because technically, Jeremy, they are spell attacks.
Yeah.
Just using your spell attack roll.
Yeah. Well, you're balancing it out. You got the same crits as failures, critical failures.
Okay, so you overload their senses. They can no longer smell things. They have lost their sense of smell. It's not going to affect them in this game.
That could be handy for them, really. Down here.
How many more have I got?
Another 3.
This one is a 20. Is that 24?
24, so he takes
9.
9. And he's grappled. Second last one.
That's 21.
That is
Just a success.
just a success, so he takes 9 damage and is also grappled.
And the last one is 31.
31 is a critical success.
And I spend my...
And the funny thing is, he didn't get to see it happen.
No, I didn't. I didn't see what actually happened. That was my all 3 of my actions to do that spell.
Well, it was effective.
So there... I think except for the 2 that I critically failed against, everybody else was grappled.
So if they start their turn and they're not grappled in the area of effect, are they fine?
No. Whenever a creature ends their turn in the area, the tentacles attempt to grab that creature that they haven't already, and they do
So-
1d6.
So only if they end their turn in that area.
Okay, as long as if they move out of the area, they're fine.
Yep. But
If they don't get out, then they're...
then they get another attack on them. No, it just says they deal 1d6 and they grapple. No.
Isn't it also
No,
classed
no,
as
no,
difficult
no,
terrain?
no. And it says if they're grappled and they haven't managed to get away, then they take another 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
They get a little squeeze.
They're basically getting slapped every time.
And
if they
squeezed a
want
bit.
to try and escape, it's equal to my spell DC.
Yep.
And if they attack it, it's also the AC is equal to my spell DC. And if it takes more
Okay, it took me that long just to get that guy out the door. He had to do his 2 actions to get out.
than... Okay.
Okay, so that's him done. This guy, I think it sucks to be him because he's dead.
Well, he's probably feeling fine then.
What's Bug doing?
She hasn't acted yet.
Haven't had a turn. You're hogging it.
Sorry, that's what happens when.
Okay, so
One
this
of my
guy
favourite
is
spells.
grappled. He's just going to shoot because he's going to shoot at the guy on the ladder. He's got his bow ready. So that would be a 26 to hit the guy on the ladder.
Missed.
Do you get to add your dex while climbing?
He's just checking your AC when you're climbing.
Well, I can swing around in that.
Yep.
You wish to swing around on the ladder?
I'm not too phased.
You're not
I
too
don't want to get hit by that bloody thing.
Okay, so you dodge out of the way using your dex, and you hear the ladder snap.
Oops. What's that?
It might have snapped
I
below
can
me.
hear something.
Oh, it wasn't really that good for moving about on, which is why they were waiting for someone to come down so they could pepper them with arrows. Okay, so and you have bouncy, don't you?
I rolled 1d6 for if he's ending his turn in that space.
That space where he is, it won't grapple him. He's just outside it.
Okay, so it's a different guy, is it?
Oh, for that one,
one that
he's
shot
already grappled.
The one that shot.
Yeah, but if he ends his turn in there, he takes an additional 1d6 damage.
So he got how much did you get?
6.
6. And Ross, do you have anything that stops you taking damage from falling?
Me missing the ground.
Okay, so that would be.
I've got if I can do an acrobatics, try and land.
Can you do one for reflex? Do you have a reflex ability that allows you to do acrobatics out of your turn?
Not yet. I'm just bouncing, which gives +2.
What does
He
that
carries
do?
a pillow.
So you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground going prone. Does make you harder to hit.
Big pardon?
Does make you harder to hit.
Can I do a performance roll to act dead?
So you want to go out in Goblin, oh, woe is me. I am dead. This has killed me.
Yeah.
No, I'm not from Shakespearean. Mine's more of action type.
And that's where you get up and go, ooh, and then fall over and get up and do that 3 or 4 times, like at the end of Buffy, the movie.
Is there a bucket nearby?
No.
No, then I can't do the one in the
Can't kick it.
Henry Herman.
I just lie still.
You just lay still.
You probably got cover. You're prone. You're okay.
Yeah.
As long as you're not in the area where the tentacles are, you're fine.
Okay. So,
I'm not bloody Lovecraftian tentacle thingamajig. Not into the hentai stuff.
and now we're finally caught up to Bug's-Gur. What would Bug like to do?
You're
I'm
enjoying the black
thinking.
tentacles.
I know. I was gonna do Black Tentacles too.
The sequel.
I'm thinking now. Black Tentacles, the sequel. That's the second-rate hentai.
The bigger and better Black Tentacles.
This is the thing when you've got 2 occult spellcasters. They end up with the same spells.
I have the bigger, blacker Black Tentacles.
All right. What
Bigger,
about...
blacker, more tentacles.
Now with extra suction.
Wow. Alright, so if I've got a 15-foot burst, if I put it in the middle of those 9 that have formed like a little cube, I can shoot that within 120 feet for a shadow burst. Would that work?
You want to do a 15-foot burst?
Yeah. So I can shoot it up to 120 feet away.
So you can easily get those guys there if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I might
And-
just,
And you'll probably also attack you'll be attacking the tentacles as well. So there's a very good chance you'll obliterate them as well.
so if I
Is
drop that-
there a type of damage? Because I can pick what type of damage I do. Is there a type of damage that affects the tentacles less that would
No.
affect the hobgoblins more?
No.
No?
They're just a physical thing.
Okay, just checking on Mark. He may be able to join us.
So the tentacles, if they take 12 or more damage, it gets destroyed.
Yeah.
Well, can you actually specify the mine so they're basically getting mind flayed?
But
Tentacles don't have minds.
But remember, don't worry about destroying the tentacles too much, because even if destroyed, additional tentacles continue to grow in the area until the duration
All it does
ends.
is release them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's really
That's
nasty.
No, they get destroyed.
Yeah, the tentacle that gets hit gets destroyed,
Up.
but more tentacles grow.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yes, any tentacles that are actually grabbing a hobgoblin, the hobgoblin will get released at that time.
Maybe you should call that the hentai garden.
Where's Mark? I want Mark to be down amongst all of these tentacles.
Mark has enough issues.
Okay.
All right. Do we know anything about hobgoblins? Do they have a particular damage that really fucks with them?
Yes. Stabby, bludgeoning.
Sharp steel, blunt steel, heavy wood.
Pokey poke.
Rock.
Everything unless you manage to get a critical that caused them to be allergic to something.
Lightning,
what happened last
fire.
time.
So anything really.
Yes. So they're just a normal critter that gets hurt by anything.
You could really
Yeah.
annoy them by doing mental damage, which most things don't have protection for.
But I wouldn't necessarily expect the hobgoblins to have much protection against other stuff anyway, except maybe their armour.
I can do acid, bludgeoning, cold, electricity, fire, force, piercing, slashing, or sonic.
Sonic is one of the best choices to pick on most creatures.
Except, of course, if we're potentially trying to go the subtle infiltration, letting off a big sonic boom.
We lost subtled when I cast my spell.
So I will add in
So
this
the
nice
Street
little
Fighter
room for... So what sort of thing are you going for?
Well, I'll just do bludgeoning then, if anything works.
Okay, so we'll do a nice big bludgeoning sounding thing going. Nice and subtle.
I was like, I threw boomerangs at them.
Well, to me, that was actually, I was thinking, that should be a continuous sound at the moment for the tentacles, wailing around, bludgeoning things, whopping, wheeling.
Yeah.
Though I do have some nice sound effects for that too.
No,
Have you got like a squelch noise?
I'm thinking that more the sound of the whomping willow would be the black tentacles.
Yes, it is a bit.
Cool.
There you go.
Yeah, that sounds a bit like it.
Yeah, they're massaging the.
No, it's that one. It's that one right there.
There you go. So some nice little sound effects to go with what's going on in the background. So, what does your spell do, Annie?
So I shape the quasi-real substance of the shadow plane into a blast.
Yep.
And I chose bludgeoning, and I picked a 15-foot burst within 120 feet. Deals 5d8 damage of the type you choose to each creature in the area, and it's a reflex or will.
Would you like the dice rolled for you?
Yes, please.
Can you choose whether it's a reflex or will?
It doesn't say. It says saving throw, basic reflex, or will, target's choice.
Target choice.
Okay, so they will choose reflex.
That makes sense in the idea of, yes, it's reflex against the physical effect, it's will to avoid the fact that it's actually not there.
Okay, so what's the target number?
Like how many people can it affect?
I don't know. Yeah, what roll are they looking for their saving throw?
Is that my spell
DC?
DC?
Yep.
Yeah, 28.
20?
8.
28.
I think.
28. Okay, so they need to roll at least a 16 on a dice to succeed. That's interesting. Okay, so...
Yeah, give them a D12 to work with.
Okay, so getting everyone in the area of effect, he takes...
Well, that's the first critical failure.
So he takes double, which means 34, I believe. Okay, next one rolls a failure, so he takes half. Next one rolls a failure, so he takes not as much. Next one along doesn't succeed either, so that's just a standard failure. So these guys are really messed up by your spell. He critically fails. Nope.
No, he's still there. That's okay. My tentacle was slapping around.
Yes, a little slap time always goes down well, except that he'll be released.
Now, how does that work?
It means if he stays in the zone, he'll get attacked. If he leaves the zone, he won't be attacked.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
He's not grappled at the start of his turn. Is the point. He can move if he wants to.
Are you automatically assuming that all of the tentacles have been destroyed?
Well, they only take 12 points of damage, I think, each.
Yeah, but it's it's got an AC equivalent to my spell DC.
What's the AC?
28.
28, and her DC is 28.
Yeah.
So, because it is you have to...
She gets a plus roll on that 28, doesn't it? Is that the...
So basically, you'd be doing your. I think it'd be a contested roll against her.
Right.
So
Okay.
you'd have to beat the 28 with will or that. But then again, it's an area effect. So it's
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah. I'd just say that if it comes down to it, say that half the ones that are still grappled or are still alive after the damage are still grappled. So it's probably the easy solution.
Well, not all of them are smart enough to leave. That also happens.
No. But the point is, okay, it's just at the start of their turn, if they're alive, half of them are still grappled, half of them aren't. So, and that way it represents the fact that a lot of the tentacles died. So, but a lot of the tentacles that died weren't necessarily the tentacles that were holding them at the time either. So,
That's true.
And how many actions was that, Annie?
That's a full.
I shot the thing.
I think that's. No, that's 2 action. It's
Yeah.
2 actions.
Which means
So
you got a
you've
whole
still
action
got
left.
a whole action to go.
you can jump.
Or you could start dancing.
Put my fist in the air.
Your fist
No. I imagine that's what you did with that. It was actually the dark Green Lantern effect.
Yeah.
With a fist coming out of the lantern, a fist of shadow coming out and smashing him.
Can I use move to like use my head sentry that I've got with me to communicate with the head sentry that Splat has with him, just to check they're all good?
You do. You talk at it quite for about 6 or 7 words, and he doesn't respond.
That's not good.
It hasn't responded since you've come in here.
Oh, okay. So maybe it doesn't work. Alright. Interesting. I'm good.
Okay. What has he got on him? He was not immobilized to begin with, so he runs out. Come on, you can do a computer. It's not that difficult. I will be transitioning into my new computer soon, so hopefully it won't have as many problems. So he spends 2 actions running.
Mm-hmm.
That is his whole turn.
Are these 5 foot or 10 foot squares, Martin?
They are 5 foot squares.
Okay.
So another one's run away.
Well,
Just looking at my movement.
Okay, he is one of the grappled ones. Okay, so even he is free. He's free. No, he wasn't in the area of effect. So he has to actually get out himself. So, can he get himself out? As an action, what is the contention roll? It's a strength roll, is it?
It is
The escape roll is DC, spell DC.
yeah.
So
The
he's gotta
escape
make
DC
he's gotta
is the
make an
spell's
escape
DC.
You got to be 28.
That's an athletics or an acrobatics?
I think it's I don't know. When you grapple, what does grapple mean?
Escape is a specific action. So
Yeah.
Let's check grapple.
So okay, I actually have all the basic things on here, so I can look them up. Let's see. Actions, encounter mode sounds like a good place to go. So,
I think you might find it's an athletics check.
escape is page 470.
I was watching this YouTube clip and video, and they were doing like comparisons between Pathfinder 2E and 5th Ed.
Yep.
And one of the biggest drawbacks they said with Pathfinder is just the ability to find anything in the book.
Well, I have a chart of all the encounter mode activities that are not class based, linked up.
Because one of the biggest complaints was not so much in the combat space, but in genuine skill checks, because every single skill has so many different facets, and then it depends on the actual sort of environment that you're in and what you're trying to do, and
So, just so you know, you can make an athletics or an acrobatics check to escape.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was just looking at the fact that
So both of them are +8 for him, so he failed.
Okay, so he gets whipped again.
Yep. So he can't move.
He gets another 6 points of damage.
But he's not on the screen, so we can't see him.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we can hear him.
Okay, so he goes to there.
So he's still moving in the area.
he might be getting out, I would expect, but it's just that computer's slow.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, every time I let go of
Yep.
it does something. Okay, next guy up. And is he alive or is he dead? Oh, he's alive.
So, yeah.
Okay.
He's a Schrodinger hobgoblin.
He's at the very bottom of the screen. Okay, let me get a distance of that. Where is my ruler? Here it is. So 80 plus 60, I'll put that at 2 range increments, so -4 to his attack to shoot at Bog.
Rude.
Okay, so he hits an AC of 30 with the basic attack. -4 makes it an AC of 26.
So, funny thing,
Yep.
class is one of the things I haven't worked out yet.
So I'm assuming that's a hit then, because you haven't worked it out.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Well, basically, you're looking at.
Well, it's going to be 10, 20. What's your dex?
I think you are 26 because I think
What's your dex?
Like my modifier for dexterity or
Yeah.
total is +1.
+1. You're probably proficient in your armor, so that'll be +2. So you're looking at an AC of about 23. So
Okay.
yeah, there might be some other bonuses on that, but you're looking at least 23, but probably not to 26.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
So, he hits you for 11 points of damage. So you get shot.
So cool.
Oh, sorry, that didn't actually include what armor you're actually wearing. Do you wear armor?
Which doesn't have armor.
Okay,
I don't
fair.
have armor, but I think I've got some like small plus for being an orc or something. But it wouldn't be.
Yeah, but again, it's probably not going to be more than +1 or 2. So.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be. It'd be a hit.
This one comes out and also shoots a bug. Okay, so that is.
All I did was shadow blast them. Why are they so?
They can't see the other person who's been fallen over. You're the only visible target to them. Everyone else is prone.
Yeah, I'm like up against the wall.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because you fell over when you lost your eyes, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm in the loving embrace of a dead guy on the wall.
So that one would be a 22, which would then be a miss, because we said 23.
Yeah.
Well, probably 24 if you had an extra +1 for armor of some sort or effect.
Okay, he was in the area of effect. Odd, he's free. He's not free. But he can see Bog, so he shoots at Bog. And apparently loses his bow to the grasping, his crossbow to the grasping little thing squishing it against him. Because he critically failed and his bow just snaps. And he takes 6 points of damage from the graspy little grasps, because we rolled for it this round.
He sees a flash of splat in his eyes.
Okay, this one. He wasn't caught up, so he rushes out. That's him done. Catch up, you can do it. Okay, he wasn't caught. there's no way for any of them to move out of the range of effect without taking a full round movement.
So many hobgoblins.
Okay, odd he is free. Okay, he gets away. And he shoots at Bog. And that's going to be a hit. 31, I think it is. Minus 4 makes it a 27.
Yep.
So he does 13 points of damage. Piercing.
Do you have me at 68 as well, Mark?
I have you at 68.
Yeah. Cool.
Odd, he's trapped. He is trapped. And he can't shoot, so that sucks to be him. He takes another 6 damage. Because you rolled for this round already.
Yep.
This guy. Odd, he's trapped. He's still trapped.
Bang! Another slap.
And he can't see Bog, so he takes damage.
Slapping. Oh, and the tentacle whips him to death.
And last one for the round. Comes out and shoots at Bog.
Oh dear. Natural 20.
So that's a critical hit.
This is some bullshit.
But luckily it wasn't...
My armadillo was here, you'd all be fucked.
So he does 20 points of damage with his critical hit.
Alright.
I look at it this way. It could potentially have been 36 damage.
And to be fair, you did at least that damage to him.
Just payback.
Nashru.
Okay then. I'm going to stealthily and nimbly crawl to the closest, the one that's escaped from the tentacles, straight down to him and stab him.
You're going to crawl to him?
Yep.
Can you... I thought... Does crawling reduce your speed?
Would normally reduce speed, but I've got nimble crawl with master and acrobatics, so I can crawl at full speed.
Okay, so
I got 35-foot speed.
Okay.
So.
You reach him at a crawl and get...
You are a ninja.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give me an attack roll.
Where are we? 12 plus... where am I? 19, isn't it? So 31.
31. Okay, that is a normal hit.
So remember, he's counted flat-footed, assuming you didn't see me calling up to him.
And you're stealthing with... You did the stealth as well? Can you do nimble crawl and quick stealth at the same time?
Well, I can call at full speed, and I can run, and I can stealth at full speed.
And had you taken the hidden action before you started?
I started hidden because I was thrown underneath in cover.
Do you have to actually take the hidden condition? The hide action?
Is that actually an action, or is that part of a move?
I think you got to make the stealth roll as you move. Actually, you've got to do the stealth roll.
Yeah. So
as part of your move.
Okay. So well, I mean, I'm happy to make it an action or not, but either way, I rolled a stealth just then. I got a natural 20.
You got a natural 20.
So it's looking at 42 stealth.
I'm going to say yes, he doesn't notice because there is a special move for stealth. It is, yeah. It's basically the sneak roll, so move plus secret. So technically, I would make it for you, but in this case, I'm happy for you to do the roll.
I'm happy for you to roll it as well. Like I'm figuring out a fair chance at plus 22 stealth. So
yes, it's a critical success. You make it to him without him even noticing. He doesn't even notice you there.
okay then. In that case,
hobgoblin up on the top of the thing.
Where are we? So D6, 2D6, and because this is third action, I'll add 2D6. So, where are we? 6, 12, 18, 24, 26, 29, 35 damage.
Yep, he didn't notice you at all.
It's all right.
He didn't feel a thing. He just
all good. Yeah, I was actually more concerned to make certain that the others didn't feel a thing and didn't notice him do anything.
No, they're all staring up at the orc who's fist pumping up on top of the edge.
Half orc.
It's a bit hard to tell at this range.
Well, if they kill the other half, they'll like you more.
What, they're a fan of hags?
Quite possibly. So, what are you going to do for your third action, Jeremy?
I will continue stealthing up to the next one. Okay, maintaining the call.
So another stealth roll.
14, 36.
Okay, you feel very stealthy.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that's the end of your turn.
Absolutely, happy with that.
That brings us to Xanas. You're on the ground. You're ready to do your big dying act.
Well, I'm gonna do a actually pretend to be dead, do a weight maneuver, and if any of those enemies comes within range of my dancing wasp, I'm going to do a flurry attack with it.
Okay, so you're ready to do a flurried strike whenever anything comes in range. Is your flurried strike a single action?
Yes.
The reason I have to ask that is because you can prepare one a single action.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said a flurry attack, not a standard attack.
It's all good. I just checked. Okay, Mr. I'm caught under the grappling condition still, so let's see. He was in the area of the burst. He's still caught. He loads and shoots at the orc up on the top.
Oh my god.
And basically screws up.
Regret every.
So he's done. That one, was he grappled? Yep, still grappled, but can shoot at you, so he shoots at you. That would be a 24 to hit on that one. Will the 24 hitter hit you?
I think we worked out 24 would probably your AC.
Yeah.
In which case he does a whole 11 points of damage with that one.
You know, it turns out that instead of trying to call splat, Bug probably should have dropped prone.
He didn't even pick up my call, the jerk.
Exactly.
So you just got a waiting signal, huh? Avery, you're currently blind, wrapped up in hands still touching you.
So,
and you get to make a will save.
Wonderful. Okay, will save. Yeah, should be fine. 36.
36. Yep, you're freaking out a little. You can't see what's happening.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 2 actions casting Dark Vision again.
I think you can see again.
And then I realise I'm like stuck in this person and go, What the hell?
You sort of caught in the ribcage of the person hanging on the wall.
I'm like, I'm trying to.
You just thought the trophies and decorations looked so good, you thought you'd join them.
Athletics or athletics? Acrobatics or athletics? Your choice.
I will pick
Well, for
my
DC 20.
athletics.
If you fail, we can all point and laugh.
DC 20?
Yep.
I got a 20.
Okay, you just squeeze right on out. It's a hard thing. It's a hard life, but you popped out of that body.
And that's my 3 actions.
That is your 3 actions. You're now prone on the ground beside it. Okay, so that brings us to Mr. Hobgoblin over here. Okay, looking up at the fist-pumping half-orc, who's the only person he can see. So that would be a 27.
I love the fist bump.
That's a hit.
Doing...
So does your mom.
9 points of damage. Someone's going to take it for the group, and then he loads his crossbow.
What are you up to? How much have you got left there, Annie? How many points left?
28.
28.
Okay.
Okay, this one breaks free with the help of the spell. Runs across. And then he's going to run down. Because he can't see the orc deck clearly from there. It's too close to the cliff.
Thanks for that.
Well, when you're standing on the edge, you do make a good target.
On the edge of
the cliff.
And apparently you look a bit like a pincushion, so Splat will be proud.
Yeah. Just remember that if you do fall unconscious, aim to go with the arrow and push backwards.
Okay.
As opposed to off the cliff.
Got it.
Who are we up to?
It is Bug. Is that literally Bug's go?
What's
Remember,
the closest
if you drop prone, you'll probably be out of sight or even step back and drop prone, and they'll probably stop shooting at you.
Prones for bitches.
Or
You can cast a spell on them first and then
Yeah.
step back and drop prone.
Alright.
You got another area effect because you could probably get another 5 of them.
What is the closest one to me? They all look pretty far away now.
Oh, well,
Don't shoot the closest one because you're going to end up getting the sneaky elf.
but she doesn't know where I am, probably, so that's understandable if I get there. But
So from
The-
you, you have one at about 95 there. You can't see that one. You can see that one at about 100. You can see that one at about 100. That one at about 100. That one is over 100, and they start getting further from there.
but Black Tentacle has 120, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to be able to do.
So you
Is
want to
black-
drop black tentacles? What is your
Yeah,
black tentacles? A 15-foot burst or 20-foot burst?
Sure, it's the same spell, so it'd be 20.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Are you going for your maximum range?
Or maximum effect?
Oh, yeah, that's going to get the most Ubers.
Well, I'm just thinking about the fact that if you go long, they're apparently running away.
Because that one is in your range, and you could probably drop it there.
Get all the ones furthest back. Yeah, that looks good.
And then you just have to do attack rolls on them. So lots of rolling on your end.
Or tell Martin that you're happy to not get any criticals or failures.
What am I doing? 3d6 each.
You got to roll attack rolls first, but yeah, 3d6 for the damage, so we know what we're talking about.
So 3d6 comes out at 16. Rolled pretty well for you.
That was a decent 3d6.
So what am I rolling? Sorry?
You're now rolling d20 for your spell attack.
Yeah, so I think your spell attack was 28, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it's
it is.
So D20 plus 28.
Oh, no,
But
D20 plus 18. Your DCs add 10.
Oh, yeah.
So 15 plus 18.
Okay, 34.
34 was a critical hit, so that means that one does, so because you did 16, 32 damage.
She did the same blast again, has she?
No, she's done
Ah.
black tentacles.
More tentacles.
More tentacles.
But there's another load of
And
tentacles
it's
to run into.
12 1. 12 plus. What am I plussing? Sorry.
You're plussing 18. So 30 if you had 12.
30.
Okay, Jeremy, the AC is 23, so if you want to tell me if it's a crit or not, that would be good.
Okay.
So was that one a crit?
No.
So, 16.
And then 15 plus 18.
Okay, 33 is a crit.
So just getting the, yeah, he's grappled already, so we get the grapple condition. Next one is a crit.
Yep.
And another 12 plus 18, so it's another 30.
Okay, another hit.
Not a crit.
No, not a hit, just a hit. Not a crit, just a hit.
Okay, next one.
Another 15, so I think that was a crit.
That's a crit. I should say critical to make it more separate from hit.
10 plus 18, so 28.
28 will be a hit.
Got 3 more to go.
Another 10, another 28.
Another hit.
Getting the grapple condition on them takes a little extra.
Yep.
I wish it was just a button push and saying you're grappled. I have to figure out how to do that.
That was a 9, so a 27.
That'll still hit.
Uh, 6.
A 6 will still hit.
So
It was forced to miss.
Okay.
you managed to get all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't. At least you didn't fall over and go blind like I did.
If you do it too much, you'll go blind. What? Didn't see.
You didn't go blind, you just turned the lights on.
That's right. Suddenly it went all dark.
You took your sunglasses off. They fell off when you fell.
And then when I woke up, I found myself in a rib cage.
Well, when you call out for ribs. Okay.
There's calamari down on the,
Oh.
on the ground.
And then I have a little lay down on the ground after that, too.
You lay prone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Possibly stepping back from the edge if you have, no, you haven't got another action left, have you? It was 2 and then got prone to 3rd, so.
Nope, still doesn't get out. So. Could you roll the damage for this round?
Okay. 6.
Okay, so it's a good thing I gave him 6 then.
Yeah.
Okay, so. What is your armor class, Ross? You're being shot at.
It's now 33.
Is that with prone?
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets a 20. So he shoots at you and apparently snaps his weapon. Goblin make, these things are not really worth the money. Never trust something made by goblins.
You mean like a ladder?
Yep.
What about fireworks?
Okay.
Well, no, the fireworks weren't made by goblins, they get used by goblins.
So, could you roll a d6 for bugs, black tentacles?
Just 1d6?
1d6, yep.
5.
Okay.
That's nice.
So when they fail, they take 5 points of damage. Okay, this one's gonna try to escape as well. He's failing, so he takes damage.
These black tentacles, they're very useful. It's a very useful spell.
Particularly in this style of combat.
Yeah.
Like, they're often not particularly useful in a dungeon necessarily because they block too much other access, but these leave room to run around afterwards. Although the fact that it allows them to still shoot in the grappled for Pathfinder 2 makes it
A bit weird, isn't it?
a bit less effective in that sense.
Yeah.
But they take damage.
They take
Yeah.
damage, that's true.
And technically, they've got to roll a 5+ flat check to manipulate objects, but it's the sort of thing that I don't know whether that attack accounts as a manipulate in that sense.
No, it's +8. They need to roll an actual 20 to escape. They don't know. Okay, so
What's Splat's DC?
DC's
She's the same as yours.
Okay, 28. Okay.
makes it easy. Most of them would spend the first round trying to get out. Some of them who can't see anything because they got blown into a corner. They're just basically sitting there, getting beaten up by tentacles.
That's what they're there for.
Okay. New round, smash through.
Okay.
Above you is aiming for the prone goblin thingy.
Yep. Unfortunately, I haven't got attack of opportunity, so I couldn't do anything about it while he was there. But now that now it's my turn.
He hasn't noticed you. You have he's flat-footed to you.
Okay.
But technically, whenever you attack, you lose unless you've got something that keeps you hidden when you attack.
Well, my attack, I could actually effectively inflict the flat-footed condition on them afterwards.
Okay.
Technically, others might be able to see me, depending upon there, but I'm staying in the prone position, so I figure that I'll probably still got some cover.
By the rules, as soon as you attack, you're visible to everyone in line of sight.
Yeah, but as I say, depending upon what the terrain is like, I figure if I'm prone, if there's any bushes or mounds or anything like that sort of stuff, then I might have cover. But anyway,
Okay, just so you know, the picture here, all the mounds are away from the cliff on the other side.
okay. Of course, even lots of swinging black tentacles around might be interrupting some of their line of sight.
Or you're hiding behind the mound of bodies.
But anyway, what was it?
Quite bards, but getting there.
16, AC 35
AC 35 is a critical hit.
against flat-footed. Yeah, D6, D6, D6.
For the weapon damage, which means that's technically doubled.
Okay.
Anything
Wow.
close to the weapon damage is considered doubled for critical purposes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was a pathetic roll.
Yep.
4d6 damage, and I got 8. So that's a total of 14 doubled will make it 28.
You got his attention.
He looks down at you.
And then I will use second attack.
So he's
13, 11, plus 14 is 25.
25 is a hit. He's flat-footed to you.
Ah, that's a better roll. On the 4d6, I got 3 1s and a 5. On 6d6, I get 4 6s, a 5, and a 1. So 24, 30, 34 damage. 36 damage, sorry. If it's important, let's say there's a d6 of acid damage in there type stuff, so, but otherwise it's pokey. So,
Hey, still standing.
he's still standing?
Yeah.
That's annoying of him. Yeah, he's still flat-footed, so I'll give it another go. 13 minus 2 makes 11. Plus 9 is 20.
20. Okay. If only, and also you're 1 point off hitting him
He's
on his
he's
one hit
flat-footed?
point. That's with the flat-footed. He's AC
I thought,
23.
actually, I did think it was going to be okay, but yep.
So he survives with his 1 hit point
Oh, damn it.
by missing by 1 point on the follow-up attack.
Or by only getting 8 on 4d6 on the first attack, which was then doubled. So,
Xanis, you're up. No one came for you.
In that case, I'll have to go to them. Can I get towards the one that was being attacked?
Are you using crawling or are you standing up?
Let's see. How much cover is around me?
Not a huge amount of cover.
And the elf is now visible?
Oh, the elf is visible, yes. He was visible beforehand, technically, because he didn't hide after killing the first one.
Yeah.
I forgot about the rule of once you attack in Pathfinder, you're visible to everything in line of sight.
yeah, but then I had the hide action when I moved, didn't I?
You have to then take the hide action and do the hide action when you move, yes.
Yeah, but I did move after killing him, so... But yeah.
No.
Anyway,
Yeah,
either way.
I think it is you have to do a hide roll and then a sneak roll. So you got to do 2 actions to hide. You got to actually hide yourself first, and then you can sneak and remain hidden.
Okay.
It's silly how all those things go. So you got to do the hide to get away from being seen, and then you can use the sneak to remain hidden after you're already hidden.
Okay.
That's annoying. I can't use flurry on different creatures. Has to be the same creature.
So it is a standard action to stand up.
Or 1 action to stand up.
1 action, yes. Unless you want to crawl.
Let's see. So crawl would be equivalent of half move.
Looking it up right now.
If you're prone and your speed is at least 10 feet, you move 5 feet by crawling and continue to stay prone.
Yeah, you move 1 square.
Unless you've got the what is it? Fast nimble crawl. And then it depends on what your acrobatics.
Yeah, and I'm all out of focus, so I can't do a wind jump. So basically, I would have to get up and charge then.
So 1 action stands up, and then it is if you want to do a stride.
Yes, I'm going to strut myself down there.
Okay, so what's your standard move?
40.
And where are you moving to?
I am going to move.
Because you're not safe in the tentacles yourself.
No, I'm not. No, I'm going to move towards the one that's only got 1 hit point left. I'm going to do kill stealing.
So you got to move a 40?
Yeah.
I could put you there, but that puts you in the black tentacles, so you can't get flanking.
He's already flat-footed.
Oh, that's right. Is he flat-footed to you or to everyone?
He's flat-footed until the end of my turn to everybody. Like he's got the flat-footed condition to everybody. So
how easy does it make him to hit?
well, he's got an extra. He doesn't get his AC or whatever type stuff, or he's got -2 to hit type stuff. You shouldn't miss him.
Yeah, it's a pity I can't attack the other one. Do multiple attacks on him. Oh well, I'll just do a flurry on it and make sure I get rid of him.
I was going to say, you've only got to hit him once for 1 point of damage.
Well, did you want to get to there?
Well, no, the thing is, my flurry I attack 1 creature multiple times, not multiple creatures. That's the problem.
Okay, yeah, so I see.
Yeah, I was hoping to move in with a flurry and just do like hit all 3 of them.
Get everything around you for a little bit of damage. Yep.
Well, with the dancing wasp, I've got reach, so I could actually strike all 3 of them. But unfortunately, I only can hit 1 of them with it because I've only got 1 action left. Correct?
Because that is so standing up is 1 action, moving there is 1 action, and that leaves 1 action left.
Yeah, I'll thump him.
Yeah, it's flat-footed is -2 to AC.
Okay.
I can actually talk about denied deck or anything like that in second ed.
Okay, that is a 34.
34 is a critical hit.
Okay. I think he's dead.
You might just do 1 point of damage with a critical hit.
No, not with the dancing wasp.
Is there
That does 16 points of damage.
So he goes down. You are running out of hobgoblins very quickly.
I don't know. They're still quite numbered down the bottom there, and a lot of them aren't very damaged.
Is there still a ladder?
The ladder's still there, yes.
Only the top half. The bottom half isn't.
Well, they're
I
both
didn't say it broke
now.
away completely. It might have just been the rung you were on broke.
Okay, doesn't get out, takes damage. Shoots at the closest one, which is the goblin. So that would be a critical miss. He loses his crossbow.
Or how about he shoots his friend in the foot?
He's the one in front.
Well,
Well, what about the one?
The one that's almost dead in the other tentacle. Although we're probably just happy for him to break his crossbow because then he's not going to go anywhere, and the other one probably dies when it's in the tentacles anyway.
Okay, I'll just finish this bit, and then it'll be Avery's go. So Avery gets to describe what he's doing while I'm just going to grab something from the fridge.
Okay. Avery looks across and goes, doesn't look like my black tentacles are holding too many people over there. So I'm going to wander down because they all seem to be running away over there. And I'll do... let's see. Can I do that? No, it's touch. Sorry. Are we still trying to be quiet, or has the element?
There's been lots of booming and banging, and I'm assuming the hobgoblins are screaming and squealing. I don't think we're actually being quiet.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good.
Well, particularly since, by the sound of it, the bells went off in the previous room. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna move down and basically along the line so that I'm behind where you are, Nashru.
So you're still up on the ledge, you mean? You're going to be...
ledge, but I'll be behind you up above on the ledge.
Yep.
I think that's what, about 15 feet or something, is it?
It's probably about... well, what's your base movement?
I got 25.
Well, just say you're going to do 25 feet down the ledge then, like, or down that way.
Feet.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
there you go.
Now I'm going to...
So that's your second action moving?
That was my first action.
First action was getting up? You were prone.
Oh, that's right, I was prone.
Yeah, true.
And... think I've got any single action things. No, I don't have any single actions.
You go prone again so you don't get shot at?
Yeah. Yep.
So technically, because I didn't think about it, anyone can go prone as a free action. If you get shot, you can decide I fall prone with that shot.
Yeah, no, actually, drop prone is actually an action.
Is it?
Yeah, I was looking at it thinking, hang on, I'm sure we can have a drop prone for free, can't we? No, it's a move action that takes one action.
Oh, it is. It is an
Yep.
action.
Move, it dropped again.
Yep.
There's my wonderful 3 actions.
But you can see over the edge.
I can.
Okay, so that is our wonderful gnome who's killing hobgoblins with his wonderful spell. Okay, so this one's learnt the thing and shoots at the standing kobold. Armor class 20. He's
Miss.
having a bad day. Okay, these guys aren't really a threat to you guys, but they are hitting a fair few of you.
Well, like I say, there's enough of them doing enough damage to make it painful.
Yeah.
And he took 5 damage, did he, from the tentacles?
He's just about to.
Yeah.
At the end of their actions.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, this one. He shoots at the kobold. Armor class of 24. Sucks to be him. And that's technically him down.
Okay, so that's enough to kill him, was it? Or at least knock him unconscious, so he'll definitely die when he gets continued to be walloped.
And Bog, you're up. Or prone.
Or down, depending upon if you choose to.
You're currently prone. You can roll off the edge of the cliff if you wish.
So if I get to where Avery went, how far am I from the? Well, how far is Avery from the closest hobgoblin?
He is. Let me give.
Well, he's 60 foot up,
Okay.
and then
He's about 25 feet from the closest. Well, that would be 85 feet from the closest hobgoblin.
All right. Because I'm out of spells that are good, like long distance spells. But I'm scared trying to get that ladder because it looks fucked.
have you got any healing?
No.
Any potions?
Probably I did, but I haven't converted anything over from Pathfinder 1.
Okay. So I was just thinking, like, so considering the damage, you wouldn't be unreasonable to step back and stay out of sight for a bit. But...
She can spend an action getting out a potion, an action taking a potion, and then an action rolling back to see what's happening.
Yeah, I'm just not 100% sure what potions I had.
We will give you a couple of basic healing potions, so I think that's D8.
Yeah. I'll check it up while you move on to the next person. At least that's me.
So if you want to take some potions, Jeremy can look up for you because there's a whole bunch of hobgoblins that are about to go boom.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not putting myself in a position where they're all going to shoot at me again.
No, okay. Stay prone and back from the edge a bit, and then they can't see you or shoot at you, and drink up a bit.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can work out how much healing you actually can get. So are you happy, Martin? A lesser healing potion, effective level 3?
Yep.
Okay, then give yourself 2d8 plus 5. And let Martin know what the value is so we can add it back to you.
Okay, so that's all the hobgoblins. They were trying to recover themselves. Info.
Okay. Okay, so from my prone position, if I've got a bit of cover, I'll take a hide check, and then aim to stealth to a different position.
Yep.
Stealth of 1537, or hide of 37. And then I might actually just move down the move down the side of the tentacles.
I'm going to pop up and do a sonic blast, which is a 20-foot radius. It's got a range of. I'll tell you what the range is, so you can work it out.
From the book?
Yeah. So it's sound burst. It's an area of 10 feet, range of 30 feet, and does 2d10.
Yep, should be quite damaging on some of the ones at the back.
Yep. That'll be my action next, but I have to go.
All good. Thanks for making it today.
No. It's good to get out of the house.
I can imagine. So, Jeremy,
Have a good night. See you next time.
See you later, guys.
where are you moving?
Yep, see ya.
Basically, I'm going to be taking it at like 35, staying prone, moving down the side there. I can't actually see what happens further down because the map is getting covered by my end call signal on Skype. I think I don't want to move that button. Yep. Okay. Yep. I'll just do it. I'll effectively move 70 feet total, coming down and end up past the tentacles and somewhere around towards the middle of the vacant space there, with aiming to stay hidden behind the mounds or whatever, and prone. Yep. Okay.
So yes, you see that there are a couple of giants down there.
Oh, okay then. So what's the black spot versus the light tan spot?
These black spots are crevices, so you can fall down there.
Oh, okay. And the tan spots are sort of bridges across it?
They're the bridge arcs going across the chasm.
Okay, then. So how far was my move there to get to where I am right now?
30 foot.
That was 30 foot. Okay. Can you move me another, effectively, 40 foot down, but come out a bit? Come out a bit further, maybe.
That's 70 all up.
That's 70 all up. Yeah, coming one more across. One more across. Can I go? Yeah, about there will do me. As I say, staying prone and the 37 on the high check.
Yep. Okay, so that brings us to Sarnas.
Let's see. So there's not much cover. So for me to hide, I basically would have to hide behind the bodies.
At the pile of bodies. So I believe these.
That's the tentacles. I'm not going anywhere near.
They're also in tentacles.
Yeah, so I have to.
Because you can't move stealthily as easily, you will have to stand up and.
I am a sneaky goblin.
You are a sneaky goblin, so you can
Right.
move. Does that give you half speed while?
No, it gives me an extra 5 feet, but the thing is, if I sneak, I'm not observed.
But
But I have,
You're not
but I
currently
have to
hiding.
end this in an area where I can actually hide in.
Yep.
So basically, I could hide in the bodies and be classed as unobserved.
Do you wish to do that?
Yeah, because I don't feel too very well. I don't think I can take another arrow.
That's okay. It won't be an arrow coming.
Yeah, you got those. Remember we mentioned there were giants at the bottom there? Be a block coming over.
I honestly didn't see the giants. I'm more concerned about being shot by a whole heap of crossbows. You want me to do my stealth check?
Yes, because it's quite important to see whether the giants chase after you or not.
Oh, great.
Where are the giants?
The giants are off screen down the bottom.
That's a 33.
So 33. Okay. So
So got a 16.
there you go, Annie. If you can see them.
Ooh, sexy.
Just trying to make sure I get to the right page for them so I can flick to it when I need to. Okay, so boom. That is Xanas's go. I'm assuming that's all you're doing is hiding.
Yeah.
You moved, you hid, and did you want to get a potion out or something like that?
I would love to, but I don't have a potion. I do have a med kit, but I don't think I can actually.
I'm pretty certain we probably have
medicate
enough for
myself.
everyone to have at least one potion.
Do you have combat medic?
Yes, I do.
And I don't believe you've medicated yourself in the last 24 hours.
Oh, I've got yeah, but I've also got actually no, that's going to be my next
Okay.
level. Yeah, so I've just got that. Yeah.
So yes, you can self-medicate if you wish to.
Okay.
No penalty for self-medication.
I'll be back in just a second, guys. I've just got to check something.
Okay. That is medicine. That is a 21.
21. So that means you were going for the base check, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And I don't think I've got that ability yet. I don't think I've taken the godless one.
So you said you got a 21?
I got a 21 all up.
Okay, so that means you heal to the 8 hit points.
2d8.
So you didn't call out increasing your DC, because if you had have increased it to 20, you would have got an extra 10.
I was not feeling that confident at the time.
That's okay.
Any healing is better than no healing. It's an 8 and a no. Okay, I got both extremes. I got a 1 and an 8, so 9 all up.
9 is better than nothing.
Yeah.
As is 1 hit point. Your head is now a lot more visible. So you should be on 36 of 140. Okay, so...
I'm back. Did the giant do anything?
Yes, it moved.
Okay. Onto the screen. Again, I'm not... Oh, okay, yep. Seen.
Okay, that one doesn't have a bow, tries to escape. Does not escape, takes damage. And Avery does his Sonic Blast. I know who he's hitting.
Hopefully I didn't move into the area effect. We'll find out, though.
Well, if he can't see you, he can't save you.
Oh, no, absolutely. I've got no problem if I say. I'll just say, hopefully I didn't. I don't know.
Let's see, because it was a 20-foot burst, I believe. He wanted to try to hit as many of those guys as possible.
Yep.
But if he wants to try to get the giant as well... Do you want him to get the giant as well?
I'm happy if, like I say, if you think that he was able to adjust his targeting to fit in the movement of the giant, I'm happy to accept that he'd probably go for it if he could.
Okay, so...
And therefore, I'm happy to accept that I am probably in the area of effect.
If you shoot for one, can you miss Jeremy but get the giant still?
Technically, he doesn't know Jeremy's there.
That's right. He doesn't know who I am, so he can't actually target to avoid me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that means yes. If he could get it without me, he might be able to do it. Like it might happen accidentally, but I do accept that.
Very intention.
So
he does 12 points of sonic damage.
12 points of sonic
And
damage.
you could try to make a fortitude save versus 28 to take less.
Okay. Oh, a 19 on the die is probably going to help me. So that gets me a 34 fortitude save.
That means you take 6.
6 points, okay.
Must be a critical success to take none. Okay, so he takes one of them out and damages the others. I've just kept it at a simple one because he's not here.
Happy with that, yep.
Okay, so it is Hobgoblin's go. Can't see anyone because everyone's gone prone. He's trying to get himself out. Natural 20.
That'll probably get him out. Or at least allow him to move anyway.
Flashing dice is so cool.
He is running for the bridge.
He had enough movement to get through the tentacles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is the bridge those two, like, orangey lines at the top?
No, the bridge is now visible coming down below us.
Oh, okay. Yep,
So the orangey lines points to people you can't see on the map.
Yeah. Right.
So they point to bridges, probably.
Okay, so that is his go. He got away.
Well, for a given definition of a way.
Okay, so Bug. You're all the way up the top, on top of the cliff face, with 30 points of damage if you fall off. Though you can lower yourself and drop, taking 25 points of damage instead.
So is the ladder actually completely destroyed, or is it just maybe one rung or broke away of things?
It got snapped. It was fragile that any combat or stuff on the ladder was going to take it out.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It was designed to crumple in an assault.
Yep.
How many HP did I heal? What am I at now? HP?
You got 2d8 plus 5. But
So we haven't added them yet because I didn't hear what they were.
you didn't tell us what you rolled, or what Martin rolled if you wanted to roll them. But
Oh, I didn't roll. Sorry.
okay, so 2d8 and add 5.
That's 3 and 6.
So 9, 14 points of damage, or 14 points of healing.
20 points of damage, that would be a rather vicious potion of healing.
Someone misread the label.
So what do I have?
Or probably more likely,
You're on 42.
the influence of Splat means that Bug's actually undead, so healing does damage.
Nice.
That's next book.
I have Orc Ferocity, so I think I can keep going even if I am kind of dead.
Yeah, I don't know. You actually want to do that.
It means you'll die faster.
It means you die faster.
Yep, because
Well,
you keep taking damage and make yourself a target.
That's right. The point is, you keep acting when you shouldn't.
Okay, so if I lower myself and drop, I'm going to do 25 damage, yeah?
Well, you could potentially try and climb down very slowly, but more likely you're going to be dropping at least 50 feet type stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't have any climbing equipment or grappling hook?
No.
Rope?
Is there anything I rope to? Is that going to do anything?
There's not much to tie the rope to, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, possibly if you went to the other end of the ledge where the hallway with the hangings are, you might find something to tie the rope to. Where
Avery had moved to, is it a shorter drop there? Is that why he moved there, or he just wanted to get...
No, he got to move closer to the for shooting purposes. The other option, if you were just going to... If you ended up deciding on the drop, you could possibly go right up the top there and jump out and try and drop into the water.
Yeah, but what's in the water?
Well, it's probably moderately clean because there's a waterfall going into it.
Yeah, I'm just worried there might be critters living in it, but...
True, but the point is, I think you take half damage from jumping into water, don't you?
I'm not sure. You'd have to look that one up.
Yeah. I mean, assuming it's deep, well, you'd expect it's deep enough because it's got a waterfall going into it, but... again, I'm not saying that's the best option, but I would say it's a better option than just jumping off the cliff.
If Splat was here, he's a good swimmer. He can hold his breath.
He could.
A little armadillo.
He's
Alright, so
very good at doing
if I lower myself down and drop, I'm going to take 25 points of damage. Is that right?
that. You are, because you reduce 10 feet of the fall, making it a 50-foot fall, and you take half damage.
Do you have any ranged attacks left? Even like with a missile whip, like a bow or something like that? Because potentially, it's potentially worth staying up there just to avoid jumping yet.
Yeah. Even when the giants are like right underneath me, though, they're still going to be like, what was the drop? Like 30 feet away.
60 feet. Well, I mean, if they're directly underneath you, 60 feet away, but
yeah.
But,
No, my range attacks over
if you fall into water, snow, or another relatively soft substance, you treat the fall as though it were 20 feet shorter or 30 feet shorter if you intentionally dove in. Effective reduction can't be greater than the depth, so when falling into 10 feet deep water, you treat the fall as 10 feet shorter. Okay, I would expect the water is fairly deep with the waterfall going into it, but obviously no one's tested it. So if you dived in and the water's deep enough, you take 15 points of damage instead of 25.
So you risk it.
And to be fair, at least you'll have good cover from the shooting while you try and get yourself out.
Yeah.
Not so much for anything that might be in the water, but hey, we don't know about that yet.
Is there anything much left alive to shoot? Oh, the hobgoblins are down the very bottom.
There's still a number of hobgoblins still alive, and obviously the two giants that have just walked into the scene.
Yeah.
But a lot of the hobgoblins are damaged, so even small amounts of missile fire of various sorts might be enough to take them out.
Yeah. I just wish I was close enough to the giants to sort of mind fuck with them a bit.
Well, what's your range of that sort of thing?
Only like 30 foot on my mind.
Okay, yeah. So you're not going to get that close while you're still on the ledge.
But I could I don't know. I want to turn them against each other, but I can't do that from back here.
It's a bit hard from this range, yep.
I don't trust the water. I'm going to drop and do the 25.
Yep. Well, that's up to you. Personally, I'd certainly go for the water rather than that, on the idea of, hey, even if there's something in the water, you've still got potentially a chance to get out of it. But,
all right, I'll
but that would be my technique.
In the water, and if my brother's giving me bad advice, it's his responsibility to save me.
You always give you bad advice, didn't you know that?
And it's, I wasn't giving you advice. I was just telling you what I would do.
No.
But then Nashu was happy to jump in anyway because he knew that he wasn't going to take much damage from the fall.
Yeah. All right. We're going for a swim because Splat loves to swim and we love Splat.
Okay, so you jump off.
Yep, into the water. Deliberately. Like,
Leap of faith. Give me an acrobatics roll. Athletics roll.
ooh, 19.
Okay.
On the die?
I've got no add-on.
You make the leap and land in the water. If it had been a 15 or lower, you were going to hit the rocks
Nice.
and take extra damage instead.
But instead you take 15?
That is correct. She takes 15
11.
damage.
There you go, you see? And now we remember, actually you can't swim, so you drown.
Land straight into the jaws of a giant piranha.
We can do that if you like.
Don't give Martin ideas. Everyone-
Hey, I said nothing.
It's not your fault, it was never you. Okay, so 15 damage and you're in the water.
Okay. Moves was that? Can I like swim to the edge or am I done?
I can have you swimming to the edge as your action.
Okay.
Just checking up something I've been dropping in, so you have plenty of interesting stuff to encounter.
Oh, goody.
Well, you probably won't finish tonight's encounter.
I can understand that. And that may not be bad. We may have reinforcements next week or next time.
But the water demons I just woke up.
Well, yeah, they may also have reinforcements, but Martin looks like he's putting those in already, so we'll have those irrespective of whether we get reinforcements.
Just so you know.
No, I don't want to know.
Are they giant kitty cats?
They are giant kitty cats. So that's technically a giant ball, but I didn't have a ball.
Fair enough.
And that's there for the snow leopard because I just grabbed whatever kitty cat picture I had.
Snow leopard, okay.
We really need a druid.
I
Or maybe a frontline fighter type.
What, the one that goes around with the flaming sword?
Yeah.
Can these be propane kitties? Once you hit them with something of flame, they explode?
They could.
I want that.
I prefer them to be illusionary kitties.
Oh, that's my jam. I'm all about illusory.
That's right. Well, no, I don't want them to be your illusionary because they still hurt. I'm talking completely illusionary.
You know what though? If there's giant cats, I'm gonna use illusory terrain and put like giant balls of wool.
Who's got the laser pointer?
Yeah,
Whoever's got the laser pointer, point it to the
All right.
giants.
I believe that's that's again our samurai with the flaming sword probably counts the laser pointer.
And I think that might be a good point to finish up for tonight with the fact that you've got Jeremy amongst caught up at this end of the field with everything there.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Yeah, well, he's the only one who can really do damage. All of us, if we get hit, we're down. What's that? Is that the ball of
That's the ball of wool.
Ball of wool?
Nope, that's not the ball of wool.
He looks like-
that is their leader.
That's Rory. He's coming up from the rear.
So you've managed to do quite well in wiping out most of these here. Just everything is grappled and stuck because after all, a natural 20 to get free.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is going to go for another 10 rounds or something like that.
Yeah, okay. So.
You'll probably go for another few rounds before the spell drops.
Yeah.
Because
But yeah, okay, so they're unlikely to be, particularly since most of them broken their bows by now, I believe, if they...
So you're basically, that's the end of round 3.
Okay.
And so that would be a good place for it to finish up for next session. So there's plenty of assistants and people who haven't used all their dailies.
Well, so, and might be time for Nashville to just stay hidden and just creep quietly off to the side and let things play out.
Well, either that or I stay hidden for 10 minutes and then I get my focus back up again.
If there was a PF2 version for the Pearl of Power that I had before.
We'll have to look up that. I don't think there is a second edition version, but I'll have a look.
Yeah, because that let me use like a spell that I used again.
Well, considering in this one that's right. You still have you still lose your spells when you cast them.
Yeah.
So let me see. We'll have a look and see what we can find.
Right. Sounds good.
So, just so you know, from what is actually in the distance, which is where we'll be stopping it, is you see the hobgoblin leader who looks like that.
Cool. Why has he got a little piggy? What's he?
He carries a snack.
I was going to say, so is that proportional in the sense that that's a piglet and he's still just a large medium?
Well, you saw the size of the square. He's not very big compared to the cats.
He did look like a medium-sized creature, but that image shows even a piglet would still be a bit bigger than that. You'd think beside him if he was just a medium, like a human size.
It is. He is just a medium person.
Okay, that's right then. There's a bit of poetic license with the size of pig.
I think that's a baby pig.
Yeah.
He likes his pig's baby.
Well, they're young and tender.
What pedophile?
He is a pigophile, yes.
A pigophile.
A pedo-pigophile.
Let's see if I can save this. Can this save?
You know what I wish I still had? That one where I could make things eat their own kind. That was a good spell. I enjoyed that.
That was a fantastic spell. We'll have to look about converting that at some point.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
See your friend over there, eat him. Okay.
He looks so yummy. You could just eat him up.
Yeah. I miss all my...
So can you cast that on multiple ones? Or just one target?
But it was really cool when it happened.
Hey, there might be a high-level version where she just gets multiple targets and goes, oh, look, they all eat one of their friends.
Yeah, well, you can get them to eat each other. The two giants eat each other.
That's a barbecue.
It was a good time when it happened.
It was a lot of fun.
Mm.
Well, I'm going to put this on end video, so if you want to talk, we can. I'll just have it stop now, so thanks for the game. And
Thank you.
Chat to you after it stops. And I'll put some...